Today we're on the Gold Coast in Queensland touring high torque performance. Kent, it's awesome to get back to Queensland and visit High Torque Performance. The dominance of your Dealer of the Year awards with the team is unquestionable. You've got some incredible cars that get built here.
Thank you to Harrop. Obviously, we've been Dealer of the Year for 5 years in a row now. And first year was 6 years ago, we were Queensland Dealer of the Year. I think every year we've just grown bigger and bigger and bigger, and we've got wider variety of cars. I mean, obviously we started mainly on a Commodore, now we're onto the Patrols. We've also got the Walkinshaw access now, heaps of Rams. So yeah, no, it's just going strength to strength. So
we collaborated on the Patriot Justin's Gladiator.
That's right,
the Hemi swap. I know there's a few exotics out the back as well, which will be good to see, and the diversity extends to the engine packages as well. Yeah,
so we've got Steve, who's our main engine builder here. He's been putting engines together for over 20 years. We've had him here at High Torque over 5 years. You know, we do from mum and dad rebuilds all the way up to, we had a Ferrari engine leave last week. We've got 1,000 horsepower packages, 427 cube. Obviously we've got the Harrop blowers on them as well. So Lamborghini engines, even down to the RB engines. So we do cater for a lot. We do over 70 engines a year out of this facility here. So I'd love to show you through it.
Steve's on the tools.
He's on the tools. So this is obviously our engine room. This is where we do all the clean assembly side to the motors. Steve's busy at work every single day here putting another engine together or coming up with some crazy combination, and the other boys have got to tune it and fit it. So it's really good. You know, this is obviously where we come up with some really good ideas. Most engines, we've got a lot of packages that work day in, day out, but we're always changing it. We're refining it, making it better every day.
It's undeniable. Holden HSV is a massive part of both of our businesses, and the LS is certainly the top of the tree.
Yeah, we do a lot of these packages. You know, we've got a proven combination that works with it. Obviously the Harrop 2650i and the Raceport version, got the upgraded lid. Our engine combination, we either use Nathan Higgins for the heads, you know, he's very well known in Australia. The other one we use is Tremaniac on cylinder heads. So both very good at what they do. Block-wise, Dart SHP, LSX is obviously another option, but yeah, generally the Dart SHP, we go to a 427 combination. And then, you know, a couple of the other ones we do out there is a 388 cube combination, but a lot of the street car guys, all that sort of stuff, 427 cube, they'll easily do 1,000 rear wheel horsepower.
Yeah, you've got the 12 PK 12 rib kit that's got the 115 integrated throttle. These combinations look fairly similar, are they?
Very similar. This one's going into a VE Maloo heading across to Perth, and that one's a customer's car that we're about to get back in, and that's going into a VE GTS. So this one here, I'm pretty sure is on a factory ECU combination, still works fine for it. And then the other one, we're on a Haltech combination in that. So they work great for both aftermarket ECU and factory ECU. Still got all your normal drivability. The throttle bodies work absolutely awesome. And we can see over 20 pound of boost if we need to with this 12 PK setup. So works good.
And we've had a lot of positive feedback about the black finish, and you've got these beautiful billet rocker covers as well. Like the presentation in the engine bays is, you know, a big part of what people love.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a big competition that everyone's come into now. Where can we hide the coils? What can I do? And then obviously the other added parts, that carbon intake really sets off the engine bay. So I think, yeah, together it's working really well. And every week we see someone else's new engine bay combination come out and they've changed just that little bit. So we're a different style of rocker covers, where they want the coils on the covers or no coils. Yeah, it's keeps us busy.
V8s are very popular, but there's a 36 here as well.
Yeah, RB30 combination. We do a few of these in a year. It's not something that we sort of advertise that we do, but you know, if the customer's prepared to spend the money to get the horsepower they want out of it.
A lot of the early Commodore, like VL Commodores?
So this one's going into a VL Commodore. He's got his auto sorted. He's just waiting on a diff to come, and then it'll come down here, fit the motor, we'll wire it up to the fuel system, that side to it.
This looks like a pretty rowdy combo.
Yeah, so we do quite a few burnout car combinations. So, you know, this one's your 427 cube. Got the 871 supercharger on it. Works well. I think it was around that 900 rear wheel horsepower, hub horsepower on the dyno.
And we're working together on a little Ford project. This is one of our R&D blocks from the Mustang program. Steve's going to put this one back together for us. Coyote, fairly basic though, rods and pistons. We'll get the 2650 on it and get to the engine dyno and make some numbers for a customer.
See what we can push out of it. So we've had plenty of experience with these. We did all the Mark car engines in the second tier supercar series. So we did probably 5-6 years of the Coyote combinations. Obviously, my old drift car was a Mustang S550. We had over 900 rear-wheel horsepower on that. So we definitely know these engines inside out. That's probably the big advantage we've got with our engine shop is we can do any style of engine.
And those Mark cars are impressive because they get the invitational to the Bathurst 12 hours.
Yeah,
So
sure
the durability is proven. No, it's an awesome little setup that you've got here, and Steve does a phenomenal job, a lot of experience.
He's all over it, which is exactly what we need. So it's good. It's really good.
Well, this is where the magic happens.
It is. We'll give you a workshop guide through here. So obviously this one's big block, 565 cube. It's got the big PSI blower on it. We're about 1,800 horsepower on this setup. Methanol setup on that. So mainly burnout car. Lamborghini, so it's got our forged engine, built gearbox. We're around that 1,800, 2,000 horsepower on it.
Because roll racing's really taking off, isn't it?
It has. It's gone absolutely stupid.
In Queensland?
Yeah, in Queensland.
There's a 2300 blower for a Lambo.
Yeah. So, yeah, boys fitting a 2300 here now. I think the next car to come in is another 2300. We do a couple of them a week, which is absolutely awesome.
So HSV's definitely still got so much popularity and desirability.
Still got the value to it, so people don't mind spending the money. This is another one. It's got a Harrop 2650 on it. Boys are just doing a converter swap on that car. This car's pretty well known in Queensland or around Australia, the owner of Power Cruise events. It's a big block, single turbo. I think we're at 1,400 horsepower on this car. We're just doing a bit of maintenance on it, changing some oil lines that are starting to deteriorate over time, that sort of stuff. So,
and Power Cruise is an awesome event. It travels around, but you have so many customers that, you go out, support them, but you're out there yourself, you take the drift car.
Yeah, it's a big event for High Torque. We've probably got 40 customers want to go out. So, it feeds High Torque for 2 or 3 months of, hey, we've got to have that car ready, got to have that car ready. But then there's no point not going to the event once you've given the car back, because you need to make sure it runs for 3 days and they can get the enjoyment out of it. So we've found that's like a bit of a niche in what we do, support the customers at the weekend, get in their cars with them, show them tricks and tips, like not show them how to drive it, but show them, hey, you can rev that car harder, or I'd shift here, I'd do that. So, all the boys are happy to jump in the cars with the customers. So I think Power Cruise is really what we're known for. There's a few other events that are starting to step up. But we absolutely love going to Power Cruise.
A little bit of a special build that's getting put together.
Yeah, we're on a bit of a tight time frame with this one. No one's fault, just obviously these cars take time. So it's just come back from the paint shop. I think we've got about a 2-week turnaround. So we motor in. We're going the 2650i in the LSA style on this one. Unsure if we can get the carbon intake to work, but we're sure as hell going to try in this particular combination. We've got a Haltech ECU, upgrade the fuel system. So we kind of got 2 weeks to have this one done, and then it's got to go to wrap and get to Motor X. So it's on a pretty tight time frame, but it's basically a carbon copy of what we've got in my drift car. I think we're 6 litre on this one, rod and piston, ported heads, upgraded camshaft, valve train, all that sort of stuff. But it's not made to make 1,000 horsepower. It's just made to be a reliable 700 to 800 horsepower. Beat on it all day.
Take the abuse.
Yep, take the abuse. The computer's got us there for the safety side to it. So that if temps come up, whatever, oil pressures becomes an issue, we can save the engine, hey, good to go again. So Troy's been a very good customer of ours, and I think he works well in the Harrop brand.
Great advocate for Harrop as well. And we're excited to work together with the boys. Another great customer, but also one of the most iconic early bird Commodores, 1996 VS GTS-R.
Yeah, not many of these around, and we've got card number 002 here, so it's
very rare. Very rare,
and it's Boomer's prized possession. And we're doing a new combination into this car on this one, so it's good to see it, still going and still looking like it does.
There was a lot of Harrop content, like OEM back in the day, like when we were supporting HSV, like these billet wing mounts. We made those.
The brake setup was factory on.
It was, and Boomer's done the upgraded Ultimates. And it had an LS9 supercharger on it, because I think we've shared this online a number of times. But talk us through the refresh.
So he wanted to go back to something that's probably a little bit more nostalgic with the era of the car and something like that, being, still a genuine car. He's like, I don't want you to go cutting it up, that sort of stuff. So we've gone back to we built this engine probably 5-6 years ago, but it's got one of the very few out there Harrop crankshafts in it.
355.
355 combination. To make it a little bit different, we've gone the VL Group A inlet manifold.
So for our American mates, this is one of the most iconic intake manifolds in all of the land. It's the VL Group A twin throttle body, and it originally debuted on that car, which is the 1988 VL, which raced in Australian touring cars in motorsport, but they're highly desirable and almost unobtainium.
Yeah, there should be gold plated, or there's gold in there somewhere for what they want for them, but it definitely finishes the engine bay off.
So HDT, Peter Champion had the late model HDT program, and everyone loves a sports wagon.
Sure
so
do.
Peter Brock Blue, but this looks like it's got a decent engine upgrade.
Slightly modified in that regards. So this is pretty much very similar combination to what we're just showing up in the engine room. It's our 427 cube 2650i raceport blower, but this is obviously one of the early ones that's still not the anodized black. Carbon intake, 12 pk setup. We've got an interchiller running on this. So I guess this is what, from engine room to actually seeing it in the car, this is the product we get.
Yep.
We run a 12 litre res to try and keep those intake temps down. Turbo 400 transmission behind it. I think we're just on the 1100 horsepower.
And this customer is like power cruise, roll racing, bit of everything.
Any event I can get, I let him go to. He's like, I'm there. So he does roll racing in it. He's been to the drag strip in it. I think he went a 10 with a gearbox issue. So he's chomping at the bit to get back out there and see what he can get out of it. He's come to power cruise in the car and beaten on it all day. It's a good reliable package.
Very cool.
Hard to sort of say at 1100 horsepower you can have a reliable system, but yeah, it's definitely getting there.
Well, that's what customers want. Like if they make that level of investment, it needs to be still streetable. You know, you can live with it if you need to drive it during the week.
I think since we've done this combination, I think he's at 5,000 or 6,000 kilometres on there. So he's definitely using it.
So like Harrop, you've got 2 dyno cells, and there's another GTS with a 427 package?
Yeah, another 427 package in this one. Pretty much an identical combo in that regards. I think just over 1,000 horsepower. It's got the raceport supercharger on it. Probably saps a little bit more power out of it because it's got to go through the LSA rear end, the larger rear end versus, the other
Turbo
VEs.
400?
Turbo 400 combination. We're just integrating right now. I think someone's working on it right now in there.
Well, let's get Dallas. I want to quiz him on the, because he's done a little bit of back-to-back for us with the H2650i. Co-owner of High Torque Performance, Dallas.
I think when we first ran this car up, we were around the 20 pounder boost. I think we were just about 1,010 at the hubs. Since going to the ported 2650i, it's now just below 1,100. So I think 1,089, I think was where we got to.
Yeah, around 80 horsepower, which is a decent gain with the improved porting, and we've got some more testing that we're going to do as well. But it's certainly for these combinations north of 1,000 horsepower. It's a
must do.
It's flowing more.
Yep, definitely.
Just about getting that efficiency.
Yeah, it's hard to get find 90 horsepower of the wheels at this kind of level. It doesn't come easy, so definitely makes our life a bit easier. Yes, for sure.
So you've also got the hub dyno, and there's a fairly iconic car on there that we're going to give it a run.
Yeah, Kent's GTS-R in there, so it's usually goes around the track sideways, so you can put it on the hub and see what it does.
Dallas, the car sounds awesome on the dyno. Side pipes, makes all the right noises.
Yeah, so it's responded really well with the change to the inverted blower. At the top of this run here, we're just seeing 17 pounder boost. It's probably more than where we need to be for this car, but we've got it, why not use it?
Interestingly, the 2650 top man, I think that was around 13 or 14 PSI.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, and that was like low 800.
Yeah,
for the hub.
sort of the low 800. So yeah, running this through here now, we're just seeing 911 at the hubs. We're still pretty conservative on this engine. It's still factory block, standard liner, all that kind of stuff. So we're sort of 17 degrees ignition timing, so we're not really having a crack here.
It's an awesome combination. And that blower is clearly working really efficiently. The IATs were...
Yeah, I think we're only seeing a 10-degree rise. So that's with no fan at the front of the car. It's got a tank in the back. We run 2-16 lines down to the tank. Outside of that, it's a conventional setup. We can run ice in that.
It looks awesome. I can't wait to see it on track. And it's an excellent effort by the whole team to put this combination together.
Yeah, no, with the help of you guys, it's worked out really well. So.
Beautiful. Well, I appreciate the tour, mate. We've brought Melbourne's weather up with us. It's been hammering with rain all day, but it's an absolute credit to you and Dallas and the whole team. And it takes a team of people to make businesses like this work, and great customers, of course. But it's been a fantastic insight to high torque performance and all of the success you've had.
No, thank you very much. Thanks to Harrop and obviously your team back there. You've put a lot of effort in to make sure we get our parts on time, and obviously the parts are the top quality, top level. So you guys are welcome here anytime. We love doing the R&D, what we can for you guys, giving you feedback and input into it. So no, I appreciate it, and stand by for what's coming next.
We'll catch up for that Coyote engine dyno on the channel, and check
maybe that passenger lap of MotorX.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Check out High Torque Performance on their socials. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.